Join me live on YouTube and let's talk stocks and maybe touch on what is happening in what other external factors might be setting up for a perfect storm in the stock market, right? It's okay, we're traders, we are nimble, we can trade long, we can trade short. So we just need to have the trades mapped out and get ready for whatever the market throws at us, right? All right, let's head up here and I'm just going to refresh, get the channel up and going. Awesome. Let's manage this video here. And good afternoon. Sorry, a little bit late today. I do have that up and over here. Let me head back over here. One more quick thing before we get into the stocks. You guys see that I do have my handles there, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you all want to check out my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Why is it just now going? Okay, that was kind of weird. I got a weird flash from my platform. Maybe it's because I'm in YouTube on 2 different computers, right? That can happen. All right. So how is your day? Hi, John. Hey, Terry. I have to say I did start something new last Sunday, and I appreciate everyone that has contributed to buy me a cup of coffee. So if you guys like what I'm doing here, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. And if you'd like, use the link down below or in the chat to buy me a coffee. Little mama bear for you guys in helping you all with your trades as far as my personal analysis of the market and where the trades might be going. So let's get into it, right? I'm looking at my watch list. No, we're looking at the wrong screen. 2 seconds. Done. You guys can see my list right here for this week. So EAF, CAG, VHC, APDN, SOLY, BBY, Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, and Tesla, potential shorts. And it might be interesting what we have coming up, right? So we'll be prepared for whatever the market shows us. Let's put this here. And so we've got our stock. We've got the stock chart for the SPY daily over here. And 5-minute right here. Let's clean this up just a bit. Let's turn this off and let's get this and this off right there. Okay. And I was doing some analysis as to what's going on, potential targets and stuff like that with the SPY. You can see we've really started to curl down a little bit. I'm going to put on the 45-minute chart. So we had all of this area right up here where we went sideways for quite a while, and then boom, we shot down. Now, you see these anchored VWAP, anchored volume weighted average price lines right here. So the lowest or the longest time frame is this purple one. We are below that now. So I'm going to somewhat break this down. Okay, let's take this one from this day and bring it back. Oops, I brought my trend line. That's not what I wanted. I could just do this. Let's see if I can, nope, that's not what I want. All right, guys, 2 secs, here we go. Let's add another one. What do we want the anchored volume weighted average price to be from this day? Let's start off with this red one. So we're going back in time, right? We had right here, okay, we're below that one. Let's add another one over here. We'll just continue going this way so we can see where we are, right? What day are we absolutely below right now? This one, this blue one, I will delete. Nope, that's not the one I wanted to delete. Having a tough time on this screen today. Here we go. Selecting the wrong ones. We're getting rid of that one. Getting rid of that one. How far back has all this volume gone, right? You can see it happening on the daily chart here. I'm just taking them off as we go. We are pretty much almost all the way back. We're down to the 23rd of December. We're below that on anchored VWAP. All right, yellow here, 374. Well, we're in between over here. 374, excuse me, yeah, 374.18. Thanks, Kevin. Hi, Jane. Do you happen to know if Tasty Trade did start doing business in Canada yet? Arch Silver, very good question. I have been in touch with the CEO of Tasty Trade, and they are not here just yet. They're waiting for an important approval from IROC. They said the second 2 weeks of January. So by the end of January, they should have that approval. Then they're going to see, that's the really big step in coming to Canada. And after that, it's going to be, hey, are there any other hurdles that they have to jump through? It's kind of like when you're renovating a house, right? First step is you have to do that demo. Once you've done the demo, which is getting this IROC approval, then it's a matter of, hey, are there any other unknowns that we've uncovered in taking this step forward? So definitely, yeah. So it's coming. The news is coming. Also, for everyone that was curious about my CMT score, supposedly that is coming this week as well. So hopefully all of my hard work paid off. I really enjoyed all the studying, and I would like to progress forward to the next level. So looking forward to that. Hey, you passed in the email that I should be getting. All right, so looking at the SPY, we're really the volume weighted anchored price all the way back here from December 3rd. So maybe that's a signal that we're going to come all the way back down here. Just really started using this to the downside to see as supports, but typically the volume weighted anchored price I have found is really 1 or 2 days back. It's not as far back as December 23rd, which is a good 2.5 weeks. So looking at that, we're starting to really curl over. You all know that I have my 425 on the 45-minute chart that I use as my support area. Definitely seeing, as we coined the phrase last week, of the rainbow channel. It looks like we're in the rainbow channel coming down now. Just for normal correction, this tends to happen during the last 2 weeks of January. There has been, if we look over here, there has been abnormally high volume, right? When was the last time that we saw this volume? This day right here. And it did pull back, right? How far did we correct from here? Well, we went down 1.25%. So if we were to go from there and we say, hey, 1.25%, okay, maybe we open up on Tuesday. Remember, the market is closed tomorrow. Looking forward to that day off. It's been a rough couple of weeks with the kiddos home, ready for a little bit of a day off. Really enjoyed the 3-day weekends. I might start doing that more often and taking 3-day weekends and just, saying I'm taking off Fridays or I'm taking off Mondays. What do you guys think? I think that'd be pretty cool. Having a personal day in the middle of the week, unplanned free time, since there's no going out and doing anything up here. We have curfew at night, no babysitters, built in at home, so it's tough, right? I'm ready for some normalcy in all of this with the pandemic, not gonna lie. All right, Qs. Let's look at the Qs. So where are we on the Qs? Well, we're back there. Yeah, we're below that. We are below that. We are below that. So we're going back to the 31st, the 30th, right? This is all the volume weighted average price is above us. So how far back are we going to go? To the 23rd as well? Oh, for the Qs, we're even further back. Over here, 311.96. It's very interesting it's not showing up over here. You guys notice that? So 311.96 right there. 311.80. Well, we closed at 86, but the 425 is right there at 311.67. So maybe all the way even back to the Qs. 311.75. Wow, we got to go back further, huh? December 16th, 311.62, 311.40. We're really going back here. So this would be kind of cool to see. 311.10. Are we going to come all the way back down to 303, which is also where a trend line lies? So we have December 23rd. I'm going to write that down. Sorry. December 23rd for the SPY. And for the Qs, December 14th. Maybe those are going to be our targets for support. Market was falling down on Friday. Penny stocks were falling hard that day. Even seen that last year. Yeah, ASIF, I've mentioned it. How come the focus is off? Is that off on for you guys as well on the camera? It looks kind of pixelated. Maybe it's my computer running a lot of stuff. Let's try this. See if that helps. And we'll close this down too. See if that helps the live stream. All right. In looking at this ASIF, this time last year, the week of Martin Luther King, which is coming up, that Thursday and Friday of the week of Martin Luther King was when we had a mini correction. Let's go back, right? Let's do this. MLK 2020. That was Monday, January 20th. All right, let's go to SPY. I will address that question, Diego, for sure. So let's go to January 20th. I love this aspect too of, all right, oops, that was December. Let's try January. 1/20/2020. Yeah? Oh, maybe I have to do 01. Doesn't like that parameter. All right, so 01/2020. Right here. This is the next trading day. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Whew, engulfing, bearish engulfing. This pretty much looks like the Friday that we just had on the SPY. If we pull it up over here on our daily chart. Yeah, Mercury will go into retrograde January 30th. I don't know about July, but January 30th it will go into retrograde. All right, so this actually looks a bit more like this. This could be potentially that 27th, but we had the 21st, which was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This was the subsequent Monday, right? So this could be that Friday just a week earlier, 51 weeks ahead. And also looking at Gann, William C. Gann, the 2021 year could be setting up for the prime cycle of the market to have a correction. So it might be somewhat affected based on the fact that there are algorithms that are running right now. But looking back at history, what was the volume? Hey, the volume was a little bit higher this day, of course, much higher this day. When we look back in history, right, we had really big volume. The Friday before, so this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Friday before, yeah, higher than normal volume right there. A little bit lower the next day, right here and here. So if we look just at these 5 days, right, that's these 6 days because we had Monday this week. We saw higher volume than the day before, but the highest volume was right here on January 7th, which we are not below that just yet. We tested the high of that candle and had a bit of a bounce. On the 45-minute chart, we are continuing to the downside. Now, Diego, you're asking why would you look at the SPY? All right, as a newer trader, you've probably heard of the indexes of the S&P 500, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the Russell 2000, and Nasdaq, which is Nasdaq 100. So those are indexes that have been used for roughly 100 years that people use as benchmarks for performance for the stock market as a whole, and also how do stocks do in comparison to the S&P 500. So when you have this basket of 500 stocks, which the S&P 500 index is actually SPX, but the equity traded fund is SPY, which is the most heavily traded stock instrument around the world as a stock and for options. So it's very, very liquid to get in and out. And it's used as a benchmark for the healthiness of the stock market. Also, VXX is somewhat of an index of measurement of fear for, you can see back here too, we had a big spike on the 24th as well when the market dropped. And then we ran all the way from 13 up roughly 50%. And we've had that somewhat similar pattern again right here, looking at volume. So the VXX is a measurement of put buying on the SPY. Jane, that's awesome. What the hell are puts? Excuse me, maybe I can't say that on YouTube. So puts are an option in which you can buy it if you think that a particular stock is going down. VXX, in particular VIX, is a measurement of put buying on the SPY, which is a measurement of fear that the market might crash. Does that make sense to you guys? I hope it does. So I use VXX as an instrument to watch for measurement, never trade it, because the market is bullish overall. That means that VXX would be bearish in the long term. So usually never going long, if anything, buying puts on VXX. So looking at this, at the VXX as well, we have that same time frame here. So we see that pattern, hey, it somewhat went sideways for a couple of days and then it shot up. Well, we've had much more sideways price action on the VXX of roughly 28 trading days so far. And we're starting to see that it might move to the upside. This was more of an extreme move right here. However, this could be moving further to the upside right here. Definitely if I don't have it already, I'm setting an alert for crossing up over 1880. I think I had one and it was taken out this day. That's really the bear market is on. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the political arena right now. Oh, thank you, Diego. Awesome. Happy to help. That's why I do this. And so looking to see how fearful the market is. There's a lot going on. My goodness, my hometown of Washington, D.C., crazy. In fact, let me see if I can pull up. Let's close this down over here. And hopefully, let's see. I'm going to show you guys, if you guys want to, at 4:30, I did already set this up for myself for a reminder. Let's see if it will come up today. Let me go back to the home screen. But Mike Pence is going to be speaking today at 4:30, and you can, I don't know who I chose. There's a live reminder. At 4:30, you can see the address of Pence to the public that will be happening live. I will post the link down below. I'm not sure where it is right now. I'm searching on YouTube on the other screen right in front of me, and I don't see it. So if you guys see that, you can bookmark it to save the page to be able to look at it. So ASIF, what happens in retrograde? Pretty much any word with RE in front of it. You might reconnect, you might have to reboot, you might have to refresh, you might have to rebuild. It's a time to get things redone. If there was anything that wasn't done to its highest efficiency during Mercury in retrograde, a great time to revisit an old project, maybe finish it. Not a good time to sign contracts that you might have to end up redoing the contract if you sign it during that time. So Mercury in retrograde, it happens 4 times a year, and typically it's a good thing in that you are revisiting stuff. You might hear from old friends, you might reconnect with old friends, and in reconnecting with people, new things happen, right? Or there might be people that come into your life that for one reason or another, you met them years ago and they might be bringing something new to your life. So it's a good time of year. However, there can be computer issues as well. You might have to replace a computer. You might have to, I don't know, redo, reconnect, refresh, reboot, rebuild, revisit. All of those RE words, remind yourself of stuff. It's good. All right, let's look at the Russell. So we also have the Russell 2000 right here. And this has been actually the strongest one so far. Hello, daily stock market intraday prediction. Mon, are you from Jamaica? So right here, this has been the strongest so far of the indexes, and it's starting to curl back. Many times we see that the Russell is a indicator of where the market might go. Oh, very nice. Thanks for joining me from India. That's really cool. What time is it there? So with this right here, it tends to be the indicator. When we went down in January and February, right here's January, this led the correction. And right now it's stronger, it's starting to curl over. It almost seems like the SPY and the Dow Jones are starting to really lead the correction now. So we have this right here. And let's look at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is going to be 30 stocks, Diego, for your knowledge. So this is very similar to the S&P 500. And Dow Jones is starting to come down. We have this box here. We have a box as well on the SPY. Oh, nice, Roger. Roger, thank you so much for your patience. I'm really frustrated with the website issues right now, so I'm sorry that you are having issues as well. I'll give you that public apologies. I'm so sorry. It's frustrating, but we're going to get it fixed, and thank you. I am in Montreal. Daily stock market intraday prediction. Do I use the dark pool frequently, Max? Oh yes, definitely use the dark pool. And I'm going to show you guys some prints that might, actually I'm going to show you on Flow Trade. These are some prints recently. All right, I was over here already. And I will also do it here. So you'll be able to see some cool things that we've seen recently, some things to watch out for during your trading week. Let's get into Apple. And I'm happy to hear that the watch list allowed you to profit too, Roger. Very happy for you. So Roger is a new subscriber to my daily watch list. I am having some difficulties on the website as far as back end stuff, but the front end is now working well. And I do provide, basically like my watch list that I'm doing now, I also provide that every day of the week by 9 a.m. on the website. And it gives you pretty much 12 stocks, so 24 different trade setups. Oh, thank you, Dailymon. Yeah, so right here we have Apple, we have this sideways range, and they had this massive run up, short of a short squeeze. Will this be a consolidation or a disbursement phase right here? To be determined. We are just below it on the 45-minute chart. And when we look at Flow Trade, let's go over here. I love Flow Trade. If you guys have not checked it out, it is in the links below. Also, if you're new to following me, please turn on that like button, subscribe. If you like the live stream, buy me a cup of coffee. That link is there too. And with Flow Trade, this is awesome because it gives you the dark pool prints. You can take them off or you can put them on. And the blue line is the price action. The green line is the algorithm. The yellow line is the average of the algorithm. So this is either high frequency trading algorithm that we can track, or we can track dark pool. So if I click right here, it changes to show me the dark pool algorithm from the normal high frequency trading algorithm. So this software tracks it, gives you dark pool block prints as well. We can look at, for example, hey, let's see what happened with Apple this week. Oh my goodness, look at these crazy Apple prints. Yep, 5 million, 2.2 million, 2.2 million, 2 million, 1.7. These are not normal prints, right? So seeing that we're looking at Apple right here, we're seeing all these massive prints, and we might have some movement. Apple prior to the split did not really have any prints that were larger than 1 million. After we had that split, we see million share prints all the time. However, we do not see prints like this all the time. Also, a little bit is happening, just a little bit is happening with communications, right? That's why I also have, wow, I haven't even gone over the list so far today, and I closed down my watch list, that we haven't gone over the watch list. So let's do that as well with Apple. Sorry, I've got to open my watch list up again. I closed it over here. I'm trying to hopefully make the screen clearer for you all. All right, so since we're looking at Apple, we're going to break down the levels here. I do have it on my potential short list for this upcoming week. It does have 16.9 billion in the float. And on the 45-minute chart, I would put 127.50 and 126.80. So 126.80 and 127.50. As we do have a lot of prints. Now maybe this is a shoulder. Hey, look, higher volume right here, head, and sort of a higher shoulder, and we've broken that right here. So if we were to say this is sort of an angled head and shoulder, and we are to measure 125 to 138, 13 points. Let's measure down 13 points. Okay, we're looking at maybe 115. Yeah, we'll look at Netflix and Amazon too, Earl. No problem. In fact, let me put the list over here, Sunday. We'll leave TLT on there in case that scientist drops in. All right. Ooh, Coke is probably a good one too to look at. Baidu, Baba. I don't have Baba on here, but those could really be big in relation to, I mean, there's so many good ones to look at now. It's not possible to capitalize on all of the potential trades because there are so many that are setting up for sure. And honestly, the longs were a bit harder to choose today because of the market direction on Friday, but we have some. And we just did Apple, so I don't need that. Facebook and Tesla. All right, so we have Apple. Let's look at Microsoft right here since it's next on the list. And we're going to also add Netflix. Did I already add it? I don't know if I did, but there we go. I know I've got Amazon up there too. So Microsoft, we have broken down on this wedge, and it looks like it's about ready to break down further, maybe down to 201 or down a little bit further. On my list, I'm going to put 212 as our resistance, as our support, and 214 as resistance right here. Now let's check out Tesla. So Tesla sort of has a triangle set up. It has a triangle right here, and we've broken down from it. Looks as if it's ready to potentially break down below 800 this upcoming week. If there's time, yeah, for sure, I'll add it to the list, Diego. Sundays tend to be a little bit easier. We're going to put it the round dollar area right here, 828, and I'm going to give it to 820. So Tesla, I'm feeling a bit bearish right now, and let's go and look and see. Curiosity, did we get any Tesla prints? So if you guys want to try flow trade, you can try it out for free. Dan and Josh over there that have set it up are amazing, and I think that I totally forgot my email login for this, but the link is down below and you guys can try it out. They are amazing with their development. There's lots of great things that are happening with flow trade. You can try it out for free for 7 days. You can check out all these prints. You can check out the algorithms, which is awesome. We will look at you want to see DDD. Let's see. No, you know what? They don't have. They have 1-minute charts and 15-minute charts. ASIF here. So it looks like on the 15 minutes that they might be starting to sell off a little bit. You can see selling spike, selling spike, selling spike. And then when we look at this on the daily, hi Financial Freedom, welcome. How's the weather for you guys? We got pummeled here with about 11 inches of snow. Did you guys get that in Toronto? So it looks like heavy selling at the end of the day, ASIF, right here. on DDD. And let's look at, I was looking at block trades. Let's look at Tesla. So I like to sort by the size. Hey, the most recent big one, 930, maybe we throw those out, 475,000 at 844. Okay, well, we are definitely below that, right? So if we can come over here, roughly here, what was the date actually? Right here, 475,000 at 844.45 on the 14th. Did I hit the right date? Yeah. And settings, 844.45. All right, so you see how that support held up. Oh, boom, we broke it. So right now we have fair number 844,000 times, or 844. Hey Google, what is $844.45 times 475,000? What's right here?
The answer is approximately 401.114 million United States dollars.
So potentially $401 million sold on Tesla there. I'm not going to go against that, right? And in fact, I have been out of Tesla since back here at 700. I missed this run. That's okay. I'm waiting for the pullback to get in, right? It's all, I didn't sell all of my profit from getting in down here, so I'm not upset, right? I got in here. I got in down here, correction, and November 17th and rode it up to here and then left partial position. So that's why I'm not upset, because I'm still in it. And we're starting to see that we're curling down here on Tesla. All right, Amazon as well. Let's look at Amazon. Amazon, we've been going sideways for quite a while and almost looks like maybe a head and a shoulder that really didn't continue up here. So if we measure that, 33.50 down to 30.95, take away 260 points. So we are clear 30.95 minus 260, looking at 28.35 as an Amazon target if it breaks down. Just simple mathematics, chart setups, technical analysis. All right, and CAG, first one, oh, EAF is not on here. Let's add EAF. So EAF, Graph Tech International, obviously there was former levels over here, looking to see if this can rebound on Monday. Had crazy massive volume, would look for a break above 11 or a breakdown below 1050. Here's something that actually one of my friends just showed me. You guys know how I check the float of stocks, right? 119 million. It's right there on TradingView. Hey, good evening, Chris. Where are you coming in from? Where it's evening for you. All right. Yeah, I really like Flow Trade, and the guy, it's newer to the market. The guys are very amenable in making it an amazing tool. Honestly, it uses a lot of the things that I use on a daily basis. It uses dark pool prints. It gives me the access to sort the dark pool prints. High frequency trading algorithm, dark pool algorithm. Ah, very nice. And it gives you the ability to also create a watch list right here. They are setting up for options flow as well. Flow Trade, they also have a Discord room for traders. Yes, they do. I'm not in the Discord room. I've never actually been in there, but it's a very, very cool software. I highly recommend trying it out. And right here, they have a whole bunch of videos on how to learn, first of all, so you could use it for a month and watch all these videos as well if you wanted to, and also learn how to use the software. They also have one-on-one help if you really need that they would be willing to help you with that as well. All right, so EAF, looking at EAF right here, crazy volume. That's what really caught my eye, and this was 32% short volume. Oh, thank you, Robert. Thanks for your contributions. Yeah, let's look at, so everybody give a shout out to Robert Roop for a super chats right there contribution. I appreciate that. So right here, well, I'll bump your stock to the top of the list. So looking at it right now, Rupert, let's also look over here. Let's look at seeing if there's any crazy prints in the, let's see, most recent one, we had 500,000 at 57, 56, 56, 54, 74, excuse me. So those two are above us, right? And if we still continue to open down below, we'll see that this will potentially drop even further. I would move this down just about here, 55 area, looking for that round dollar break, or 55.50 actually. We're almost at 56. Let's put it 55.50, and I'm going to tighten this down right here to 57.40 for NEO right there. It did have higher than normal volume, a little bit of buying pressure at the end of the day. Did Flow Trade have Black Friday sale? Seems a bit pricey compared to Flow Algo. They did have a Black Friday sale. They also had a New Year sale. I might be doing a sale with them. If you guys want to try it out and you guys think you would use it, if I can bring them a fair number of users, they will give me a special discount just for my followers coming up in February. So let me know, shoot me an email if there's anybody out there that's interested in getting a promo. They could probably do the Black Friday sale again for February. I was talking to Dan about that. All right, let's also look at VHC, potential long. So this was crazy. Anyone know why VHC got a massive spike on Friday? Oops. In relation to Apple, right? Apple happened and Apple dropped and VHC went up because VHC won a lawsuit against Apple. And looking at this in the past, let's bring this up here, right there, 596. Now you can sort of see, let's put it 6. You see the W setup? Give us a nice potential move down here. 115, 715 up here, which would pretty much correspond right there mathematically. So I would watch for a breakout of VHC above 6 and support at 550 for VHC. This did have 47% short float volume on Friday. And let's check out our profile over here. We have 62 million in the float. That would be why. I totally missed Conagra, huh? 550 and 6. Did we do Conagra? No, not yet. So Conagra has been bouncing. We're bouncing off of that 425. That's part of the reason why I like it. Also, higher than normal volume. We are breaking what looks to potentially be like a trend line coming up right here. So watching for that break. We're starting to test now. This might be a bit of a corrective wave, 1, 2, and we might go down further, in which case potential short if we were to break below 32.80 in my opinion. However, on the shorter term time frame over here, I would use 33.60 as support and 34.20 to the upside right here. You see that we are not far away from that trend line. So that could potentially be a test for a breakout. Conagra Brands is also heavily related with cannabis sector. And 34.20. Okay, APDN was another one as well on the potential long list right here. Applied DNA Sciences. I'm not too much into medical stocks. However, the medical sector has really been surging right now, probably in relation to the pandemic. And looking at APDN, we are looking at a 5 million share float. So this one definitely has the ability to run big time. It was 58% short volume. And many times when we have a higher short float and it's continuing to move to the upside, that not all of the buyers are done. Sometimes we see the low floats get a little bit pricier up into the $20 range, and there's not as many buyers that get into it, right? It's just higher priced at that point for the $5 traders. That did happen here. We had a surge up, came back down, surge up. Still crazy volume here, so we might have a secondary move. It tested the 4 EMA, the support level of 972, and we bounced. So if we do this, let's go from the low here up here. We almost came down to 50 cents, 50% retracement, but we closed above that 38.2. So if it starts coming down, potential target's $9, $8.25. Maybe there'll be a bounce $8.25 to $9. If we continue higher, maybe we'll come up to this 425, which also corresponds to this fib level 1378. So above 1130, my potential target would be 1380. And if we were to break down below 1080, 980, and then $9 and $8.25 potential targets to the downside. All right, remember that having that trading plan is huge. So make sure that you have your trading plan set up before you even get into the, I'm going to put it up, move it up to 1150, actually right here. That 50-cent mark is going to be stronger. All right. Let's look at Soli as well. Another medical supply one. Hit the 425, sold off a little bit right there. However, we look to be riding that upward trend. So it was potentially just end of day selling, not necessarily the best for riding as an overnight swing trade because of that selling pressure end of day. However, this one I believe is also lower float, yeah, 10 million. And I would watch $9, $9.60, and $10 right there for our levels. All right. We also have Bed Bath & Beyond. Let's make this one red right there. Okay, Bed Bath & Beyond, massive surge up after earnings. Basically, like massive short squeeze, right? I would look for 24 as support for target if we break down below 25. Come on, move this. So 25 is support right now and 26.50 for resistance. Watching this for potential move back down. It went parabolic. Let's see if it comes back down to earth, right? We had crazy, crazy volume, short squeeze, and this one has 114 million in the float. And then we also have Microsoft, we had Apple that we went through, we also had Tesla, and let's look at Facebook. So Facebook has been hovering right over here. This looks like it's came down, held support right here, bounced, dropped below, testing this trend line from below. So primed for continuation move to the downside, in my opinion. I set this up during the trading day on Friday when I did the live stream. We'll go ahead and remove that. And I would look for 253 over here. Actually, 254. I would want to see that it would break above here, break above the high, previous day high, break above this trend line, and break above the round dollar. So 254 and 247.60. I would put it a little bit tighter on the downside right there. 247.60 and tab 254. All right, so I only really came up with 3 potential swings. I don't know, the market's feeling really crazy and wonky. And when we look at XLC, let's go. Oh, it was right there. 9.6. Oh, that, and the last time we had crazy volume like that was back in May. So 9.6 million. Only $626 million in that trade, right? Only. Here's the thing. The big money of the market tends to run the market, right? We are the retail traders. We are the guppies. We are the people that, newer traders that jump in. They're like, yes, I see the gap up. I'm jumping in the morning. And the big guys say, thank you so much. We're going to take your money and then we're going to sell it off against you. And so this 9.6 right here, when we go and we look at etfdatabase.com. ETF is an equity traded fund, database DB. Then we look at XLC, communications. Well, what happened with social media? Did we have anything happen with social media lately? Did we have anything happen with Facebook lately? Maybe, right? Did we have anything happen with Twitter lately? Maybe. Disney as well, Netflix is in here. So watching to see with this ginormous print right here, are we going lower? Are we going higher? I don't know. I don't know which way, but I know there's going to be a move. So watching Facebook as well, we're hanging around here. We broke a trend line. If we measure it down, I think I came up with something like 200, or yeah, I think it's 200, another 50 points to the downside. Measuring this 294 down to 243, 50 points. So take this down 50 points, 200 is the Facebook target of 200 for a potential bounce. We also have earnings that are coming up. All right, Netflix. We went over Netflix as well. No, not yet, but we will right now. And if you guys have any stocks, other ones that you want to check out, SYK, we will add that. Mark, somebody else is joining us from England as well. Chris Claiborne, are you guys near each other? I know it's a big country, but it's always fun. Whenever I've traveled, I'll be like, oh yeah, I know somebody there. All right, we'll add Alec on there too. There was somebody else wanted. Netflix, Amazon, we got that. DDD, we got that. Just want to make sure I got everything that everybody put in the chat. And thank you guys for joining me. If you are new to the live stream and you like the content, please hit that like button and subscribe, and more importantly, turn on the notifications so you know. So Chris, Mark is asking, where are you located in England? Obviously not exact address, but general town might not be bad. 490, 380, and 509, just looking at the chart over here, right? It looks actually kind of like an inverse head and shoulder a bit right here. Shoulder, head. And oh, you know what, Ryan? I already did SPY. I start that first. So as soon as it's done, you can just come back to the link and you'll be able to see it. Warrington, Cheshire, county or town? Okay. You guys are chatting. Maybe you guys can have a stock meetup group when you can again, virtually for now. Town. Cool. All right. So I would put 496 for support and tighten it up for more of a day trade. On the swing trade aspect, I would probably keep it wider. So 496 and 504 for Netflix. All right, and the potential longer term swings. So I had CLXT, and CLXT, crazy volume, crazy spike here, big upward motion, 708 million. Let's check the float. This has 13 million on the float. This looks like one. Hi, IQ Micro. IQ Micro, you could get in touch with, we got a lot of people from, let's see, who's from Toronto as well? Financial Freedom, I believe, is from Toronto as well. IQ Micro. We'll make the little international online trading group, right? Friends that are passionate about trading. Oh, that sounds like a good website. What do you guys think? So you guys see this head and shoulders right here? And then boom, it dropped. Now we have a bit of a curved bottom, breaking out. Would look for this to break above 650. Switzerland. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were in Toronto for some reason. Financial Freedom. Love, Zurich, and Jungfrau, right? If I said that correctly. I went skiing there in 2001, sorry. 2002, actually, 2002. FRSX. We'll check it out. No, I'm not going to start a trading room. But we could do chatting, nothing live trading, just a place for people to hang out and catch up. Maybe I'll do it on Weemy. I'll set a group on Weemy just to talk stocks. FRSX. All right, so CLXT. I like this if this could potentially break above 650. Bigger potential move. This one tends to run 13 million on the float. SPHI. No, I'm not going to do Discord, Ryan. Sorry. SPHI, I think I mistyped that. So we'll have to scratch SPHI. CYH. CYH, you see how this somewhat has, a bit of a trend line right here that we just broke. Da-da-ding. All right, we have like a little descending wedge, and it broke out. Awesome, right? Here's our depth, 780 to 990. That's $2.10. Okay, 830, or a potential target up here of 1040 to the upside for CYH on a longer term swing. Right now it's looking a bit overextended. I would look for it to potentially pull back to the 850 level and then surge up higher. That's bothering me. I wonder what SPH, maybe it's just SPH. Maybe that's, yeah, SPH. I added an I. So SPH has this potential, same scenario. We're breaking from that downward price action. We have two, right? We have one here, and then we have a tighter one right here that we just broke. And this descending wedge. So I would look at for a target of 1612. So you guys know that if you guys are newer as well to trading the market, the more that you practice looking at charts, that you will start to see patterns, and the patterns repeat themselves for the more than 100 years. So just keep your eyes out. Watch for volume as well. Hey, the biggest volume is up here. Hello, Jonathan Fury. Is that Ireland? Is the hello from the rock, the Isle of Man? Is that Ireland? I don't know. Welcome. Any event. Welcome. All right, let's check out FRSX. That's it for my list. So we'll check out stocks that you guys bring. All right, so FRSX looks like lower float. It doesn't show me the shares of the float here. Foresight Autonomous Holdings. What do they do? IQ Micro. Real estate development. Interesting. Okay. Note between Ireland and UK. Okay, cool. Been to both Ireland, the Connemara Trail, did horseback riding with Willie Leahy there, and went to London, but that was only when I was like 7 or 8, so a while ago. I know it's different now. All right, so following this upward trend on the shorter term time frame, on the longer term time frame, we have a parabolic move for sure, and we are following it still to the upside. So let's get rid of this one. And you see that we are still following this to the upside over here. Let me turn on the faster ones. Would watch, we have a little bit of flag. I would watch for this to break above 850. It's not that far. I mean, it's $1.20 extended away. However, it's following this sort of parabolic upward trend. So it is following that. However, it looks like at any point it could really pull back down roughly to 620. The head selling pressure up here. Breakout, obviously, from a technical breakout over here of the 476 level. That's probably when all the volume came in, right? 476, yes, all the volume came in right over here. Tested it, came back down, broke through. Volume, surge up, boom, we hit 790, pull back down to the averages, collect strength, surge up again, not quite as high, and sell off again, collect strength, ride the moving average up, and then boom, break out again, collect strength. Is this going to be strength to the downside or strength to the upside now? Watching to see if this potentially would break down below 750. I'd even pull it back down to 710, right? We had this support right here. Once it broke out from there, that's when this move happened. So 720, or 7, let's say 7. If it can't break, if it cannot hold 7, do I have a paid membership on TradingView? Yes, Financial Freedom, I do. And they offer I have the highest one because I have the most drawings and alerts possible because I use the most drawings and alerts. But really, it's the alerts and the drawings. That's the big difference to me, is the number of chart windows that you can have open, the number of alerts, and the number of drawings on windows. Do you all have any other stocks that you would like to check out? Otherwise, I will wrap it up for today. And I've got to fill in, I missed a little bit of information on the watch list, but I'm going to post it right here for you guys too if you guys want to do a screenshot or anything. Those are the levels that we're looking at. Also, keep your eye on VXX for above 1880. Maybe set an alert there, and also maybe set an alert on we have Facebook on XLC. Just check it and watch the levels there as well. Oh, square, Diego. Thank you for reminding me, Diego. See, I didn't add it to the list. I'm sorry about that. Let's look at square. All right, so square. I'm starting to see this more over here though. Let's do it on the weekly. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. And let's look at the weekly chart here. Felt like that would be more telling. To me, I'm seeing that, hey, as soon as it shot up, it came back down. And we have this right here. Coke. Yeah, we'll check out Coke. Thank you, Roger. I'm going to adjust it. We were not able to stay above this trend line. See here, it came and it reversed and it broke down. Same thing. Let's move this tighter, even though I drew it on the weekly. We have this wedge right here. So if it breaks down right here, let's measure 2680. All right. If we continue to break down from here, I would put it at roughly 201.50 for a square target to the short side. If it breaks down and it holds below. How about the crazy crypto link, etc.? Yeah, there's Mara and everything that are all related to cryptos for sure. Coca-Cola is looking like it doesn't like this wedge right here. We had this downward channel, right? We have an upward wedge and we've broken that to the downside. So how far down are we going to go from here? Well, last time we broke these levels, let's see what our percentage drop from here was. 27%. Okay, so let's go percentage wise. If we have a correction in the market, everything's happening, 27% brings us to roughly 36.39 for Coke. And that time frame, it happened over how many weeks? Let's do this. Here to here again. 8 bars, so 8 trading days for 27% drop down. Wall Street snorting those Coke trend lines. They've already fried the brains with it, Mr. Street. They're onto the bubbles. They're inhaling the bubbles. That's why it's dropping. I'm just kidding. But I also see a bit of support right here at 48. So maybe it's going to come to 48, bounce up to 50, and then drop back down. Maybe. We'll see. That 48 looks pretty strong though. It bounced off of it a couple times. And the more times that a trend line and a support and resistant line are tested, the more of an impact that there is when it breaks down. Let's look at Link. I haven't looked at Link. So Link, let's do this. Bitcoin, let's check and see what's going on. I think Bitcoin might drop out down to 27.5. Not Bitcoin futures, that's not what I want. I want Bitcoin USD. All right, so it just gave me Bitstamp, and we really have a bit of a downward wedge, or downward, not so much wedge now, more right here. So if we measure this out, measure from here to here, we have, how much is that? It's not a good measurement. Down here, up here. It's not even measuring it properly. Sorry, guys. Let's look at 33,467. And the high up here, 39.99. So roughly 3,000. So if we go down from here, say 3,000, roughly 32. I would look for this red anchored VWAP price, roughly 32.5. As another bounce point, or breaking out above, adding 3,000, so 41,000 up here, test the high again. ATH just breached for Link. Ethereum? No, Ethereum is ETH. What is ATH? I don't even know what that is. What is ATH? Mr. Smith. I might know what it is. All-time high. Ah, there you go. Thank you. They just breached an all-time high, just breached over here, 34. This week, they had a split 2-to-1. So many times when you have a forward split, that you will see that it runs up until the split and then it drops down. It happened to Apple, it happened to Tesla most recently, and same thing right here. Or was it reverse? Forward would have been 1-to-4. So either way, many times with the split, they will drop afterwards, forward or reverse. And now it's coming back down to 28.50. If it can hold this 28.50 mark, might be an area to get in, but we have a downward trend right here for sure. And I would look for a break above 30.50. So I'd watch for 28.50 as support and then potential move up above 30.50. All right, so I will be missing you all tomorrow, enjoying the day off 100%. You think it's a different link? This link, OTC link. Aw, thank you, Ryan. I don't know which link you're talking about. OTC? Maybe it's LNK? Crypto link, USD. Oh, I don't know that it's on here. Kraken link. Here we go. Ah, there we go. All right, now I see. So yeah, this is broken all-time highs. And let's throw a little Fibonacci on here. So let's go from here. If we go here, potential for it to hit right there, yes. And if we take it up to the next level, up here, let's do this on the daily candle. Maybe up to $25, $25.87 right there. All right. So have an amazing rest of your weekend. Enjoy that extra day off. I will be doing some video production. So if you all have any questions or any videos that you would like to see me create, I'm going to zoom in here. Then please feel free to shoot them to me in email at jane@cjanetrade.com or put them in the comments below. And thank you guys for joining me. It's because of you guys that I do these live streams. So thank you for joining me. If you have any trader friends that you think might want to enjoy it as well, please share them with your friends. And thank you for all that bought me a cup of coffee. I appreciate it. Helps to support these live streams. So thank you all. And as always, carpe profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. Be safe. If anything were to happen to YouTube, I will be transferring to BitChute as well. So just to let you all know, have an amazing rest of your day and see you all live on Tuesday. Until then, carpe profit, seize those profits one trade at a time.